Title: The Divine Power of Paint, Makeup in Ancient Nubia and Egypt. Peace for the ancient Egyptians and Nubians, makeup was more than mere adornment. It was a shield and a path to divinity, woven deep into the threads of their culture and spirituality. In the sands of Egypt and Nubia, where the fierce sun bore down unrelenting and dust stormed across the plains, makeup became a potent line of defense. Kohl, a black mineral powder often made from galena, was meticulously applied around the eyes. This was not just for beauty, it protected the eyes from the harsh sunlight, deterring glares and reflecting light, essential for soldiers, farmers, and even royals who moved across the sunlit deserts. Beyond protection from the sun, the dark pigment served as a barrier against insects and bacteria, preventing eye infections and warding off illnesses in a time when medicine was still in its infancy. But there was more to the makeup than physical protection. In the eyes of the Egyptians, makeup was a sacred gift imbued with divine power. Kohl, along with malachite, a green pigment often applied to the lower eyelid, was believed to forge a spiritual link between the wearer and the gods. When they adorned their faces, they believed they were calling upon the protection of the gods, Horus and Ra, invoking their strength and clarity of vision. This sacred paint was more than ornamentation. It became a shield against malevolent forces, channeling the godly energy directly to the soul of the wearer. The symbolism of makeup extended into the heart of their political structure, deeply influencing the perception of pharaohs and rulers. Nobles and royals didn't just wear makeup, they embodied its power. To don the eye paint of the gods was to reflect divine authority, a visual declaration that they were not mere mortals but living deities on earth. With each stroke of kohl, or dusting of malachite, they cemented their role as intermediaries between the divine and mortal realms, commanding respect and asserting their divinity. This connection was meticulously crafted and strengthened through ceremony, where the pharaoh's ritual of applying makeup became a sacred act of claiming authority, seen by all who followed. The legacy of makeup in these cultures revealed an intricate relationship between beauty, spirituality, and power. They understood that greatness came not only from ruling over people, but from honoring the gods and embracing their divine protection. The ancient Egyptians and Nubians wielded their makeup as a weapon, a spiritual tool, and a statement of identity, ensuring that their souls would shine brightly, both in life and beyond. Epilogue: the legacy of self-knowledge. Reflecting upon this ancient wisdom, we find a reminder of resilience and identity. Just as the ancients strengthened their spirits with ritual and purpose, so can we. To embrace our past is to recognize the power within an eternal link that endures across time. Actual greatness, they taught us, is not a gift, it is an inheritance rooted in the courage to honor and protect what makes us who we are. Chapter 2. The sacred craft of color. The colors used in ancient Nubian and Egyptian makeup were carefully chosen not only for their physical benefits, but for the symbolic strength they brought to the wearer. Kohl, as deep and dark as the night, represented mystery, protection, and resilience. To the Egyptians, blackness was not absence, but a fertile force, a power akin to the black soil of the Nile, which brought life from the barren sands. Applying kohl was a reminder of this strength, connecting the wearer to the land, to the gods, and to the eternal cycles of life and death. Green, made from malachite stone, was equally sacred. Known as the color of life, green was associated with the god Osiris, ruler of the afterlife and symbol of rebirth. Malachite was ground with utmost care, often blessed and purified before application. For those who wore green around their eyes, it was not merely a decoration, it was a living tribute to vitality, growth, and transformation. Through the stroke of green malachite, Egyptians and the Nubians connected themselves to the life force black and green, red ochre was also revered. Reserved often for lips and cheeks, it symbolized passion, strength, and fertility. Women and men alike wore red ochre to signify health and readiness for life's challenges, embodying the fierce resolve to survive and thrive. Chapter 3. The ritual of power-applying makeup became a ritual, a meditative practice of self-transformation, practiced daily by royals and commoners alike. For the pharaohs, this ritual was laden with ceremonial gravitas, often performed in private temples or sanctuaries. The pharaoh's attendants would handle each element of makeup with reverence, aware that these pigments connected their ruler to the gods. The process was deliberate, each brushstroke a channeling of power, a symbolic act of merging with divine forces. To the people, seeing their ruler in full makeup was a revelation of sacred power. When Pharaoh appeared in public, his painted eyes and colored lips were not just for show. They were a living symbol of Egypt's divine right to rule. His appearance communicated authority, resilience, and protection to all who gazed upon him, affirming his role as the conduit between mortals and the gods. In that moment, the makeup was more than a pigment. It was a command, a declaration of cosmic order, instilling faith and loyalty in his people. Chapter 4. The Legacy of Immortality. As the Egyptians and Nubians prepared for death, makeup was one of the sacred items placed in their tombs. It was believed that even in the afterlife, these pigments would continue to protect and empower the spirit. Priests carefully prepared the deceased, applying kohl, malachite, and ochre with the same care as in life, ensuring they would arrive in the afterlife as they were on earth, adorned, protected, and connected to the gods. Makeup to them was an eternal bond that even death could not sever. Through this practice, they left us a message about resilience, self-worth, and the unbreakable link to one's inner power. They understood that to see oneself clearly was to know one's strength and purpose. Their makeup was a reminder that identity, rooted in the eternal, need not change even as the physical world fades. Closing reflection, embracing the strength of legacy. As we look back on this legacy, it invites us to recognize the beauty of our own inner strength, the power that lies in honoring our unique identity. The Egyptians and Nubians understood that greatness isn't just in external achievements, but in the conviction with which we live and protect our values. Like them, we carry the tools of resilience within us, each day an opportunity to reaffirm who we are. In every reflection, there is a story, and in every story there is power, a greatness waiting to be embraced, to be lived, and to be passed on for generations to come. Kindly click like, subscribe, and share this channel.